The FDA is giving the green light for a new ingredient in sunscreen, and I'm going to try to pronounce it, bemotrizinol.
Close. Bemotrizinol.
Bemotrizinol. You said B. I knew it was B. Officials say it effectively protects against UV rays. I'm here to talk about more about it. 9 News medical expert Dr. Kohli. Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
So let's talk about this ingredient. What is it?
Okay, so it's kind of a breakthrough when it comes to sunscreen care. And in fact, it was engineered in the lab, so it's not naturally found. It's been in Europe and Asia for over 20 years, but we're sort of behind the ball on this one. So if you think about sunscreen, there's sort of two categories of sunscreen. We know we have to protect against UVA and UVB. Now, A is for aging, B is for burns, but both of them together actually can cause skin cancer.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's what the A and B mean. Oh,
well, that's how I used to remember them.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But essentially, you want a sunscreen that protects against both. Now, there are two types of sunscreens on the market. You've probably used both chemical and mineral. Mineral is the zinc oxide, titanium dioxide that you put on top of your skin, leaves a white cast, protects against both, but doesn't absorb into the skin, sits on top of it, so it gets on everything and leaves that white cast. Chemical sunscreen designed to absorb into the skin, but that's part of the problem. So number one, it kind of disappears and breaks down in the sun. Number two, if you look at blood levels of chemicals found in sunscreens for people wearing chemical sunscreens, they're way above the safety thresholds, not just the day you wear the sunscreen, but for many days afterwards. Plus, they don't protect against both A and B. You have to mix many different components together. So neither one is perfect, which is why the bemotrizinol is kind of a breakthrough.
Well, that's great. I was going to say, because I've been using the mineral one, and I always feel like I'm a completely different shade when I'm done with that, right?
Well, for me, it gets everywhere in the car.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you open the door or whatever, it gets all over the car and it doesn't get out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. So what's the reason? Why is that? I would guess that's the reason for all the excitement about this. Because
well, yes. And so a few characteristics about this. Because it was engineered in the lab, they've actually designed it to be sort of a superpower sunscreen. So number one, it's very photostable, which means it doesn't break down in the sun, so you don't have to reapply it nearly as often. Nice. Number two, it's not absorbing into the skin. So I know we have a lot of concern about the chemicals and getting into our bloodstream, causing hormonal disruptions. You don't see that with this particular sunscreen. And number three, this component actually makes other components of sunscreen work better. So having it now available to us in the United States, I think is a huge boon, and the dermatologists are literally breaking out the champagne.
I was going to say, my next question is it naturally derived? It's made in a lab, but I'm guessing it's okay because it doesn't absorb.
Right, that's exactly right. So they've engineered it to be very safe, and in fact, we can use it in our kids. So the FDA has said you can use it in kids as low as 6 months of age, which to me is, again, a big breakthrough, because we know we want to protect our kids. We want to start protecting them early because their skin is even more sensitive to the sun, but we want to make sure that it's something safe that's not getting into their bloodstream.
Now, if we could only make a sunscreen that would be easier to apply to a wiggly 2-year-old, I would appreciate, like, just something I could spray on, right? Not
maybe if you put a superhero on the bottom.
Well, I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So how does this approval impact Coloradans? Like, how quickly will we see this sunscreen?
So by the end of the year, we're expecting to see it on shelves, and I want people to start switching if they haven't already, you know, if they don't know about it. If they have a sunscreen, think about switching to this one. And the nice thing about this one is because it doesn't absorb into the skin, we think it's going to cause a lot less skin irritation.
Oh, good.
It's a lot less cakey and therefore a lot easier to wear. So I think we will see that it's a lighter formula. It doesn't feel as much kind of weighing us down when it's hot outside. And like I said, it's probably safer as well. So I know certainly for myself, I'm going to start looking close to the end of the year, see if it's on the shelves, and think about starting to switch over.
I love that idea. Yeah, now I'm sunscreen shopping. Add it to my list of things to do.
Yes. So I'll just say one last thing, which is that it shouldn't have taken us 20 years to get this. And that reflects a little bit of the red tape that we see in the FDA. Like, it's been in Europe, it's been in Asia, it's been in Australia, it's been all over the world. It's established safety. It was first invented in the 90s. And here we are now finally getting it. So progress, but hopefully it opens the path for other such things to get streamlined when the FDA comes to approving over-the-counter ingredients.
Especially when you have data from so many different places.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
Dr. Kohli, thanks so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Steve.
it.